Hi, still a beautiful day, and welcome to our episode 2 for our Chinese cooking, or cooking Chinese. With our first episode, I've mentioned to you a Chinese character. I realized the light was too bright, so you might not have seen that character very clearly, but that's okay. Now, let me ask you a question first. When you think of the word grace, what would come to your mind? What comes to your mind in the first place? Well, if you ask me that question, to be honest, first of all, as a Chinese person, with Mandarin being my third language, I have to translate it in my head into Chinese, and then to be able to draw a picture in my head. But unfortunately, the word grace, when it's translated into Chinese, instead of giving me a sense of assurance and comfort and provoke some positive and pleasant feelings in me, it actually churns my stomach and made me feel nervous. You might be wondering why. Why on earth would you be feeling stressful about a wonderful word? Let me share with you why. The Chinese character of grace, it has this connotation of someone giving me a favor. Hold on, yes. But the emphasis is on I have to return that favor. And that makes me feel just unsure, insecure. Because I don't know whether I can ever repay someone's favor. And the more kind you treat me, the more pressure I will sense. So, unfortunately, that word somehow has left a chase of burden to me. And that's why it's so helpful to dig deeper my culture, because the deeper I get to discover, the better I understand my heritage, and the more appreciation I actually can feel from this word grace. Yes, only until I went all the way back to 2,000 years ago and dig it up and look at the ancient Chinese character, grace, which is by the way, oracle script. And I realized the reason the ancient people use it on or wrote it on the shells is it's a divination. It all has made sense to me. Well, let's look at this character, shall we? Here we go. In fact, apparently I have abbreviated or simplified the process. Over 2,000 years, there has been lots of changes to this particular Chinese character. But at the beginning, the character looks like this one. As you can see, a person in the square is on the top, and down below, what can you see? I don't know whether you can see clearly, but I will provide a link below so you can do your own research. It's lots of fun. Well, it's amazing that without the modern technology of, opening heart surgery or any scans and CTs or, the ultrasound, somehow ancient Chinese knew that the heart muscle is like this. So, using, it's like a mathematical formulation or equation. We have the top, we have the bottom. Then you wonder, what is this picture trying to tell us? By the way, this is a line of development of this particular character. And the modern simplified Chinese is this one. And actually, there's even earlier versions. But because I only have one whiteboard, I wasn't able to list all the variations for you. Now, as I said, when I learned the word in English, grace, I have found it a little bit of a challenge. But now, when I dig deeper and discover the story behind the meaning of grace and the Chinese character, it's a relief for me. Well, maybe even a lot of Chinese we do not know. And we would be wondering why this is grace. Let me tell you the story. The person in the square represents the person lying on the big piece of mat or lying, on grass. It's supposed to symbolize a piece of land. So when you lie on the grass, especially with such a good weather, how do you feel? Yes, relaxed and wonderful. And your heart would go like, what a joy, what a pleasant feeling my heart is sensing. And that's the meaning of grace. In Chinese, it's pronounced as en, en, en. It simply means you have something that you can rely on, and your heart